Hey, I'm coming to you today as a follow-up from session two that I just recently had with you guys. And first of all, I want to out of the gate, I just want to thank you for the level of participation that you guys had. I had a blast, if you couldn't tell, but that's because of you guys and how much you participated and with the level that you participated. So thank you. I appreciate that. Um, we talked today about being our best head coach. And we listened to a video from Sue Inquest about giving your strong voice the last word. And I asked the question, well, then how do we do that? Yeah, that's a great concept. How do we do that? What are some techniques that we can do to do that to make sure that our strong voice has the last word? Because it makes absolute sense. And so I came up with this acronym B Hope. And the B, the letter B, stands for becoming our best head coach. One of the athletes today said to be our best head coach, and I thought that was a great way to put it. To be our best head coach. So how do we do that? How do we? What are some strategies that we can actually employ to make sure that happens or grow in on that path? So the hope, the H, stands for creating habits of gratitude and of failure. So a habit of gratitude is simply this. We talked about having a dirty car and a clean car. And I've lived through both with my daughters. Sometimes the car is totally trashed and you open the door and things fall out. Well, if I were to go in that car with a piece of toast, crumbs aren't going to be seen. And in fact, I could take that piece of toast, take a bite, crumbs everywhere, and throw the piece of toast in the back, and it's not going to be seen. But the car that's pristine, clean, when I bring that, it's probably going to be said, "Hey, don't even let that toast in here." But if I bring that toast in there and crumbs were to fall on my seat, they're going to be seen right away. And they're going to be, you're going to want to vacuum that up and get it out of there and get it back to where it was. Our minds could be the same way in that if we start the day with a clean slate where we're just in gratitude, then when the negative voices or that weak voice comes in, we're going to recognize it right away. And we're going to want to get it out. Let's get this cleaned up, get it out of there. But the most important thing of gratitude is having a state of gratitude or having a practice of gratitude is that we're going to recognize when we're not. And that's important. That's important. So having a habit of gratitude, we did two things. We talked about creating a best moments list, and you can continue that. I gave you 7 prompts, but you can make up your own prompts and create your own best moments reel. And then we had a thank you challenge. I want to encourage you and really challenge you. If you have not followed through with that thank you challenge at your table to that person that your table came up with, I challenge you to do that. I re-encourage you that that act could maybe make the best moments real for the person that you guys thought of for the year. So I encourage you, and I, again, challenge you to follow through with that. It could be very, very impactful. And then making the habit of failure, how we fail in real time, makes a difference because it communicates something to everybody that witnesses the failure. If you're in a game and you, in a moment of failure, and you respond in drama or pouting or whatever in a bad way, respond not well, it's going to communicate something to your teammate, to the opposing team, to your coach, and to the opposing coach. So, what does it communicate to your team? Well, if you have good teammates, which you all do, they're going to be concerned about you. What do I got to do to pick them up? We need them. I got to pick them up. So now their mind is not on the game, but they're on it. All the minds are on you, which is not where we want them. Your coach, although you don't want to be pulled out of a game because you make a mistake, but a coach is watching for the nuance of how are they responding. Is their head still in the game that I can leave them in with confidence? And if they're discerning that it's not because of how you're responding, you may be pulled out. You may be pulled out. And then when you're coming to the bench, there's another moment. If you're pouting that's going to add to communication that you're. So I challenge you to discern yourself in some of your moments. Can you improve how you fail in those moments, and what are those moments that usually get you? And I challenge you to put your movie on yourself, and how could you improve? What do you do with your hands? What do you do? Get your chin up, get your eyes, find your eyes to a teammate, clap. What do you say? What can you say to communicate confidence that I'm good? And then the O, changing our outlook or our relationship with failure, is the O of hope. And bottom line, after failure, having an internal question of, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? And then the P, planning for those bad moments. So if we're become more self-aware, which is the most important characteristic of a leader from session 1, if you remember, that if we're becoming more self-aware, we might know those moments that get us, so we can plan ahead. How do I want to respond in those moments that get me? That's the P. And then the E is empowering your strong voice to get the last word. Usually that negative voice that we hear is the same voice. It says the same things. So if we can become familiar with that, and we start hearing it, we've got a clean slate, we've got a clean car from the morning because we're living in gratitude, but then it starts coming in, we recognize that voice, that weak voice, recognize it. Have something to bring out of your pocket to speak back to it. So mine might be, no, not today, not today, out, you're done. Yeah, I recognize you. You've been with me for a while. You've had your way. Not today. And then do something that might kind of disturb that 10th mile, like Coach Elfrink stepping off the curb to me. In my half marathon, that kind of just speaking, recognizing and speaking to that negative voice or weak voice has a chance to disturb that 10th mile thinking, and then we can intentionally move our mind to something that we're, a different place. And trust me, this is stuff that I still deal with and work with, recognizing the negative voice, that weak voice, talking to it, and redirecting my mind. So be hope as you continue to grow. I look forward to session 3. And remember to take notes, those notes that you had today. Bring those with you. They might just benefit you for the game we play for review. Answer the questions in the Google form, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.